So I've been doing something fun with my camera lately and I wanted to tell you about it. Cameras shoot in two main types of photo formats. You've got JPEG and RAW. RAW is like having all the ingredients and then you can bake the cake however you want, whereas JPEG, it's already just like a pre-baked cake that you went to the store and bought. The benefit to each is RAW gives you the most flexibility, so when you're doing like professional work or when you're shooting things that you need the most editability with, it's shooting RAW is what's recommended. And JPEGs are typically recommended or used if you're just gonna take pictures and send them out. You don't want to do a lot of editing, you just want to have them ready and go. That's why phones take mostly JPEG unless you switch it to RAWs. So that way you have the pictures, they're ready, and they've done some tweaking, they've done some editing, and then you can send it out. I normally have the camera set to RAW because why would I not want to have the most amount of data available? Why would I not want to have the most leeway with editing pictures? And I've had a lot of success. I've had a lot of fun doing that, and I have some pictures that I personally am really proud of that were taken RAW that I would not have been able to really do JPEG because I had to bring up the shadows a lot. I had to really bring down the highlights. I had to bring out some of the texture. Whatever it is, there's a lot where having that extra flexibility really paid off. But I wanted to try something recently because of this kind of trend that's going around right now. Everyone's shooting on film. Now, I don't have a film camera and I don't want one. I mean, maybe I do a little bit, but I don't have a film camera. I don't know very much about film stocks or about processing film or even the cost of just doing film itself. But I've seen people get really excited about shooting film, and I wanted to kind of have that experience myself without having to go down the film rabbit hole. So I figured a good compromise would be to shoot in JPEG. So that's what I did. I set my camera to JPEG, and initially it was really weird to not have all that flexibility. But then I kind of got into a little bit of a groove, and I wanted to tell you about kind of the thought process once I got into that groove. So the thought process once I kind of got into that groove was, if you're shooting film, the allure is what you take is what you get. And then there's some editing you can do to it to bring it a little bit more to life of how you saw it. But the main thing is what you got is what you got. You choose the film stock you want because of the way that it looks. You shoot the way that you want because you want it to have that specific vibe. So I thought, I can't do that because I don't have a film camera. But what I can do is shoot JPEG. In fact, this is not a very novel idea at all. Fujifilm is famous for having film simulations. Each company has their own kind of film simulations built into their cameras. Fujifilm is famous for having some of the best film simulations, and people love to shoot with them. They shoot, say, just RAW and JPEG or just JPEG, take the pictures, and then boom, it's baked in. I was interested in the film simulations, one, because I think they could look cool, but two, also, I didn't want to have to do a bunch of editing for just regular pictures, the everyday stuff, going out and taking pictures of my family if we go on a hike or a walk. The other thing is having that creative restraint of just the camera is what it is. It's seeing what it's saying, you've got it set up. I can go out and shoot and come back and I've got some cool pictures that I really like that I don't have to do a lot of work with. I can still edit them a bit, but the main thing is they're really almost done out of the box, and if I don't want to do any editing, I don't have to. For instance, I've gotten really into street photography lately, And part of the thing with the street photography is I take a lot of pictures, and not all of them are worthy of being fully edited. Some of them are good, but they're not great, and I want to save them because it's documenting my journey is getting better with street photography. I want to have stuff that I can look at and be like, wow, cool, I did that, and then move on and take more pictures. So the benefit with the JPEG is it really lets me do that. I can go out and take a bunch of pictures and then come back and I have the JPEGs and they're just baked in. And the images are what they are. And that's it. And that sounded freeing. I didn't want to be able to push and pull everything all over the place. I thought if I crush the shadows, then let the shadows be crushed. And if I blow out the highlights, then let the highlights be blown out. If people could shoot like that for, over 100 years, then that should be good enough for me too. And I found that really, really liberating. I've even started tweaking some custom Sony camera profiles to just play with it and try to come up with my own, for lack of a better word, film simulations, even though I'm not trying to simulate film. Just like picture profiles that have it baked in a way that I like and that looks good for me, that I can take the pictures and then send them out. Another thing, the files are like way smaller, so that's a benefit. I mean, my camera takes 26 megapixels. It has a 26 megapixel sensor, so I mean the files are pretty big. And if I'm going out and shooting just for fun and I'm not doing anything professional, having those big files can sometimes be daunting, especially if I have 100 pictures from going out a day of shooting with the family. I want to import them and then go through them. There's a lot. With the JPEGs, they're like 8, 9, 10 megabytes per picture. My mental headspace is cleared up when I don't have to worry about the big files. Also really freeing, and it allows me to just go out and shoot more. I can just go through files on my Mac and not have to have a raw viewer to then cull the images. I do a lot of stuff on my iPad and in Lightroom, but sometimes I don't, so I don't want to import all the images into Lightroom, then cull them, then delete them. Sometimes I just want to plug my memory card into my Mac, go through them real quick, delete the ones that I don't like, and then send out the ones that I do like. I don't want to have to do anything with Lightroom because I'm not editing them. I just want to take the pictures and send them out. So having the flexibility of using JPEGs to be able to quickly do that is super handy. Now, I know there's software out there that allows you to view RAWs and delete them directly. For instance, Sony has their own Imaging Edge app on computers that you can use. But again, coming back to just like the ease, there's something really nice about plugging it in, finding the images you want, deleting the ones you don't, sending them out, and then you're done. I've done stuff where I absolutely want to have the RAW. There's no question about the benefits of shooting RAW. I just think there also needs to be a conversation around the benefits of shooting JPEG, because I feel that there's so much conversation about the benefits of shooting RAW, the detriments of shooting JPEG. There's not a lot of people out there talking about the detriments of shooting RAW and the benefits of shooting JPEG. So I kind of wanted to be a little bit of a contrarian and make that argument. I just think it's interesting to take a different approach. The point I'm trying to make is basically I've been shooting JPEG as a challenge to myself for the last little while, and I've had a lot of fun with it, and I wanted to tell you about it in hopes that someone else sees this and says, hey, I could shoot JPEG too. I don't have to shoot RAW, or I don't have to feel intimidated by needing to shoot RAW because that's the highest quality. There's something freeing about the restraints of shooting JPEG. And I think that that is something worth celebrating. If you don't know me, I am just a regular dude. I have a job, I have a family. I am not a professional photographer, I'm not a professional videographer. I'm just a guy who likes taking pictures and taking videos, and I have a camera. And that's basically me. I don't really have an interest in doing the professional stuff. So if you're interested in talking with someone about photography and videography from just a casual, non-professional perspective, I'm your guy. I like doing stuff, like I said, non-professional stuff, but like around the house. Like I've got my own like little home studio for a video, which you can kind of see now. I have flashes and softboxes. I like to take family portraits that look professional, but I don't want to charge anyone for it. So I mean, if you want to see stuff like that, let me know. I plan on making videos about lighting setups for at-home stuff that's really easy for just like a novice, someone who has, no interest in doing it professionally, but just wants to do it for fun. If you haven't gathered, I don't do this professionally. I just do it for fun. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions or thoughts about this. Do you shoot JPEG or RAW? There you go. There's that YouTuber thing at the end there about what do you do. Basically, leave a comment if you shoot JPEG or RAW or both and why. If you think that I'm crazy, tell me. If I got something wildly wrong about something, let me know. Like I said, I'm learning, and this is all about fun and capturing images that I'm happy with. It's not about trying to win any awards. It's not about trying to make a professional portfolio. It's all about fun for me. And if somebody else out there can enjoy it also, then yay. That's basically it. Speak to you. See you later.